This person was forcibly tied to a hospital bed. The doctors were about to amputate his limbs. Disturbingly, they didn't use anesthesia and just sawed off his arm like that. When it looked like he couldn't hold on any longer, they directly ended his life. However, just a few seconds later, he came back to life, and even his severed hand grew back. At this point, the doctors picked up the scalpel again. 3 days ago, Nagai was hit by a large truck and died on the spot. Just as bystanders were gathering around to take photos, a black smoke suddenly billowed out from his body. Then, Nagai stood up as if nothing had happened. He was the third person in the world to be confirmed as a demi-human, possessing the ability to live forever. Even if killed, he could be resurrected at full health the next second. In order to obtain the secret of their immortality, the research institute tied him up. They publicly claimed that they would ensure the safety of demi-humans, but in reality, they were secretly conducting all kinds of inhumane live experiments on Nagai. This project was also tacitly approved by officials. In these 3 days, Nagai had lost count of how many times he had been killed. Just as the doctors were preparing to dissect him again, suddenly an alarm sounded. Then, a man appeared on the surveillance camera. It was Sato, the first demi-human in all of Japan. He had been captured and tortured by this institute for 20 years until he accidentally escaped from the laboratory a few years ago. Today, he came back for revenge. With his undying body, Sato quickly cleared all the security personnel on the scene and successfully rescued Nagai from the laboratory. He even persuaded him to join his organization. Looking at the remaining 3 researchers, Sato asked him to take revenge personally. However, Nagai's humanity remained intact, and he even injured Sato with a counterattack. Taking advantage of the time it took for Sato to revive, he started to escape with the researchers. But within a few minutes, Sato caught up. Then an astonishing scene occurred. Sato summoned a humanoid monster. He told Nagai that this was a demi-human's Ajin. Seeing this, the black smoke in Nagai's body surged out uncontrollably. In an instant, a black ghost appeared. The 2 ghosts were entangled in a fight. However, Nagai's ghost had too little combat experience and was quickly scattered by the opponent. Sato also caught up with him again. At the critical moment of life and death, black smoke once again billowed out from his body, summoning the ghost for the second time. Sato was stunned by the scene before his eyes. The ghost took the opportunity to pierce through his body, and was also scattered by the opponent's ghost. Nagai took the chance to escape. When Sato revived and chased after him, he had already run far away. However, Sato did not continue the pursuit because he had more important things to do. He went downstairs to meet up with his companions. The one in the wheelchair was also a demi-human. Next, they were going to put on a show in front of the media.